In a city alive with movement, ambition and possibility, future shaped through international pathways with Pearson BTech UK and Canterbury Christchurch University UK. Saegis opens the way to a future built on trust, credibility and academic excellence. What begins here is leadership in the making. What begins here is innovation taking form. What begins here is curiosity moving toward discovery. What begins here is passion turning into meaningful experiences. What begins here is vision brought to life through creativity and precision. Beyond the classroom, the journey grows richer through connection, shared experiences, lasting friendships, and a true sense of belonging. From study abroad opportunities to internationally recognized academic pathways, from foundation programs and diplomas to bachelor's, master's and postgraduate qualifications, Saegis opens the way to a future that keeps moving forward. Because when the moment comes to step forward, to rise and to begin, Saegis stands proudly beside every future ready to take flight. Saegis, where futures begin. In a city alive with movement, ambition and possibility, futures are already in motion. At Saegis campus, they begin to take shape. Guided by purpose, driven by ambition, and inspired by possibility. This is where uncertainty finds direction, where guidance becomes confidence, and where every journey begins with purpose. Recognized and approved by the Ministry of Higher Education and shaped through
To the United States.
warmly welcome Mr. Suri Bibirke, Regional Manager. If you ready, assembly, company function, or birthday party, or some other party. If you already know the importance, but typically goes well, people simply say, what a wonderful event. Wow. But if a microphone refuses to work, then you will remember it. They only find both of it. But that is the reality of human life. Success often depends on hundreds of small details that nobody knows until something goes wrong. That is why event management is much more than decorations and engineering. It is about planning. It is about leadership. It is about teamwork. It is about solving problems calmly. From international conferences and exhibitions to concerts, sporting events, corporate launches, weddings, tourism events, and digital experiences, the opportunities are endless. Technology has also changed the industry dramatically. Artificial intelligence, social media, virtual and hybrid events, digital marketing, live streaming, and data analytics are now becoming part of every successful event. There is so much competition among Yara also in Sri Lanka. And from one event to the other, there are changes. So the new students also are going to join. You need to learn from them and be smarter than them in the future. This means the industry is looking for professionals who are creative, adaptable, confident, and locally competent. Recognizing this need, Swedish campus, together with the Event Management Association of Sri Lanka, has introduced this Specialist Diploma in collaboration with PSN. In fact, this idea was noted by the Association of Management, Event Management, and they came and spoke to us whether we could do this. And we were more than happy to accept it. This program is not it is designed to build careers. It combines academic knowledge with practical industry experience, giving students the confidence to enter the professional world with internationally recognized qualification and a real-world exposure. Not the word, with internationally recognized qualification with real-world exposure to all these leading event management companies in the country. As for examples, we believe education should never remain inside the four walls of a classroom. Education must connect with industry. Education must respond to change, to the challenges. Education must learn from lecturers, from industry mentors, and even from your mistakes. Moreover, from your peers, because this course experiences today. That is key learning. Very important. You will be very successful event manager and face unexpected challenges. The difficulty is that they never stop learning. They continue learning. And as Nelson Mandela rightly said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I encourage each of you to use this opportunity not only to build a profession, but also to build a reputation. It is on excellence, integrity, and service. Before I conclude, I wish to express my sincere appreciation to PSN UK, to Mr. Sudhir for accepting our request and approving that within a very short period of time. And the Event Management Association of Sri Lanka, Mr. Saegis, Bharat Roman Jeremiah, Ishan Vasantansi, International Council member Jerry Galatina, Consultant Kamesh Maulana, and there are many to say. And Amish also. And everyone who worked tirelessly to make this program a reality. Partnerships like these demonstrate what can be achieved when academia and industry work together with a shared vision. Dream big, think possibly, learn continuously, lead with confidence. And one day, I hope many of you will return to this very stage, not as a student, but as a successful industry leader, responsible the next generation. Once again, thank you all for joining us this evening. I wish success to the Specialise Diploma in Event Management and Marketing Studies, and I wish each of you, our students, a rewarding and successful journey ahead. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a pleasant evening.
Very much, sir, for your inspiring and encouraging words. We kindly request you to remain on stage with us with the official response to make the special occasion accompanied by the official Mr. Swami, leader speaker, and also Mr. Bhakti Saraswati, presenting us on stage resilience. The structure leader whose expertise and education have made a significant contribution to the fields of marketing and event management in Sri Lanka. Mrs. Kali Veerasekara is the president of Event Management Association of Sri Lanka, chairman of Event Management Advisory Board of the Ministry of Industries, and managing director of Answer Private Limited, with more than 3 decades of professional experience as a distinguished leader in marketing, business strategy, and event management. He was also president of the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing and holds the professional distinctions of CPM, practicing marketer, and fellow marketer. He is also a member of the American Marketing Association and the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. Throughout his career, Mr. Veerasekara has held senior leadership and marketing positions at several leading organizations, including Grantix, Phoenix Industries, and A&E Trading Company, giving extensive experience in branding, manufacturing, consumer markets, and strategic business development. We are delighted to have him with us this evening to share his valuable insight. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Mr. Saegis Veerasekara.
Good evening, our chief guest, Dr. Mr. Golas, our guest of honor, Mr. Surya Dubey, Vice Chancellor, Major General, Major Felix Retired, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Program Ambassador, Samadi Napoli, distinguished members of the Advisory Committee, members of the Event Management Association, faculty members, our students, ladies and gentlemen. It is both an honor and a privilege to welcome you all to this historic occasion. Today marks a significant milestone for Sri Lanka event management industry. What began as a vision several years ago has now become a reality. We are gathered here to celebrate the inauguration of the International Diploma in Event Management and Marketing Studies, a program that will help shape the next generation of event professionals in our country and beyond. This achievement is a result of sharp vision, strong partnership, and the dedication of many individuals who believe that our industry deserves a world-class academic qualification. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the chairman of Saegis campus, Mr. Bandara Nikanayaka, our Vice Chancellor, directors, academic staff, and every member of the Saegis campus whose commitment and hard work made this dream possible. I would also like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to our guest of honor, Mr. Surya Bibile, and the Pearson team for their invaluable guidance, international expertise, and continuous support in bringing this global recognized qualification to Sri Lanka. Today, the event management industry is no longer just about organizing events. It has become one of the world's fastest growing service industry, joining businesses, tourism, hospitality, entertainment, sports, education, and economic development. According to recent industry reports, the global event management industry was valued at approximately US $1.2 trillion in 2024 and is expected to grow over 2 trillion by 2033 with a compound annual growth rate of 6.7. Even more encouraging is that Asia Pacific is the fastest growing region in the world, with an expected annual growth rate of around 8.3 over the coming years. Driven by rapid economic development, digital transformation, and increasing demand for conferences, exhibitions, entertainment, and destination events. South Asia is also emerging one of the most exciting markets for events, with strong economic growth, a younger population, expanding tourism, increasing corporate investment, countries such as India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, and the Maldives are witnessing significant growth in business events, weddings, sport, exhibitions, and cultural festivals. This creates tremendous opportunity for professionally trained event managers and marketers across our region. This is precisely today's inauguration is so important. We are not simply launching another diploma program. We are preparing Sri Lanka professionals to compete confidently in a rapidly growing global industry. On behalf of the Event Management Association, I would also like to express our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Kisu. Sir, despite your demanding schedule, you graciously accepted our invitation and took the time to be with us today. Your presence is a great honor to all of us and a powerful inspiration to our students, educators, and the entire event management family. Thank you for believing in our vision and for continuously supporting initiatives that uplift education, professionalism, and industry excellence in Sri Lanka. This diploma is much more than an academic program. It represents the professional recognition of our industry, the creation of new career opportunities, and a pathway for young people to develop the knowledge skills, global talent required to succeed one of our world's fastest growing industry. As the president of the Event Management Association, I am extremely proud that together with Saegis campus and Pearson, we have taken these bold steps towards building a stronger and more professional and internationally recognized event management industry in Sri Lanka. Today, our students, you are the pioneers of this journey. You are the most simply enrolling in a diploma. You are becoming ambassadors of a profession that creates experiences, connects people, and drives businesses, tourism, culture, and innovation. I encourage each of you to embrace this opportunity with passion, commitment, and excellence. Finally, I would like to thank everyone who has supported the Event Management Association throughout this journey. Our advisory committee, EXCO members, industry partners, and all those who believe in this vision, today's success belongs to all of us. Let this inauguration be remembered not as the end of the dream, but as the beginning of a new era of event management education in Sri Lanka. Thank you, and wish every student great success in this exciting journey. Thank you. and the best research for our students. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our chief guest for this evening, Dr. Keshu Gomes. Dr. Keshu Gomes is one of Sri Lanka's most respected corporate leaders with more than 3 decades of experience across multinational companies, public institutions, and private enterprises. He currently serves as chairman of Experiment University and Group Managing Director and CEO of the Greenfield Group of Companies. His distinguished career also includes senior leadership roles at several lubricant Lanka and Coca-Cola Company of Sri Lanka and overseas. He is also served as the chairman of Sri Lanka Tourism previously. Beyond his corporate achievements, Dr. Gomes has contributed to national development through advisory, education, marketing, and sustainability-related initiatives. Recognized with several national and international honors, he is also a respected speaker and a mentor who contributes to inspiring young professionals and future leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Keshu Gomes, as the University. Good friend, Saegis, considering what I know basically accepting the invitation, given that I'm very, very passionate about giving my hands. You may know, like Nishan and him, and Saegis himself, I was an event man myself. I was the specialist manager of Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, at the age of 20. I was given by the company, and from morning till evening, every single day, I had to handle events. Due to information, when I was handling special events for Coca-Cola, was even tobacco, it was Ranjan Madhukar who handled events. No event. And then for Nestle, it was Bangla Jayaseka. Hope you can remember, he is no more with us, he passed away, another well-known character. So people who handled events then were brands. And today, that entire burden has been taken over by this industry. We have happy to see that we do not have, or rather, the younger generation today, they do not have to go through the levels that are going through. A typical day started at 5:30. I had to go to a five-star hotel to be a part of a sponsored program. And then there was this very popular design titled Coffee Moments. All the ladies of Tambu used to come together every single morning to do what they would have in the past. Don't ask me what it was. And then going to schools, sponsoring cricket tournaments, to sports games, to art day, whatnot. And then, clubs, for the corporate events that happen in Colombo. And then my day ended not every single day, but every other day at a nightclub. Once again, a singing competition, team, talent shows, all of that. One of the places, my kind of place, as a good blue everyone, little heart, and right? Let's go across. Right? Remember? So that's what we did. So this is Sonia in my life. I thought I must be expected. Of course, I was not going to show my calendar, so I told him, Saegis, give me a couple of hours, I will get back to you.
And I thought I got back to him, but I hadn't. He had to put it back to the other side, but I had, checked my calendar's ID. And I said, yes, Sally, I am coming and I am here. Good evening to each and everyone. Um, Thank you, Sally, for roping me in for this very important engagement. And another well known, respected gentleman, retired many theorists, and council of this great institution. So today, we compete with each other at secular events every now and then. And then everyone is come to mention names in difference of half an hour. So we can stop there. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here because I am from video of Prakash Sri Lanka is to raise its economic profile, achieve economic independence, economic development. The biggest opportunity we have is the service sector. We do not strategically manage the service sector. And just can't imagine as a brand person, Sri Lanka, being able to graduate brands to be able to win the world. It's a long road. We have 8.5 million people in the workforce, and they are thoroughly underutilized or unutilized. Unemployment in Sri Lanka, official rate is around 14%. But when you move around, talk to people, you try to understand what exactly is happening, you would realize that unemployment is a massive issue, and it will be just 14%. I don't think it's around 30%. So education lays the foundation for Sri Lanka to be able to build the service economy. Even management has tremendous potential, and Saegis is coming to steal the thunder, tremendous opportunities. So I would like to see a situation where Sri Lankan event management professionals, not just doing it right in Sri Lanka, crossing borders and excelling in the regional and global field. Are we not able to do it? No, we are certainly able to do it because we parties, never organizations come together. Saegis, as I know, is one of the largest, respected, admired education brands in Sri Lanka. I live just 2 kilometers away from here. So I get to see this place every morning, every evening, literally. And it's lovely to see, this facility. I've been to many international universities. The facilities you offer are similar to the best in the world. And we have 2 other places in Sri Lanka, you should be happy. But Saegis is really has a brand. Saegis itself is a brand. I know we individuals who have held your position, so now we see and we are taking it to another level. Business, one of the largest educational brands in the world, one of the largest and best, well respected. All over the place, they have, but then this is, just a small thing, but they do much bigger things. So they basically, keep the qualification and international endorsement, global endorsement. Even management association, the president of the committee, I would change it from event management association to event management professionals association. I will bring the word professional into it. So you will be able to position yourself against one of the other players in the market, with due respect to them, let me, use that terminology. You need to position yourself as being the premier organization, setting new standards and taking the lead to be able to achieve what you want to achieve as the event management professionals, etc. I keep saying, unless knowledge is branded, There is absolutely no point in somebody getting their qualification. The worst thing that can happen to a student is when you get knowledge, you have to go and tell. Right? You have to go and tell the world actually what their qualification means, how good the qualification is, and that's the worst thing that can happen to a student. And many students in Sri Lanka have to go through that. Whereas when these three mega institutions come together, form that mega power, in this program, obviously, you don't need to grant a story. So all you have to say is that I got this diploma, whatever, from these three institutions. Right? So congratulations to the students who have enrolled themselves to go to this. And then tremendous amount of opportunities. If you really look at the number of events happening in Sri Lanka, I think like even 1% is handled by event management companies. Look at all the events. Potential opportunities for event management companies. It could be a very small percentage event management companies handle. So tremendous opportunities. But there is a notion that when you get an event company involved in your activity, it's going to cost you money. And I know as a person who has been doing events and doing events even today, that there are synergies that event management companies can offer you. Right? If you have the scale and you ride on the scale, you pay synergies for your clients, and on that basis, you will be able to be very competitive. People don't do events just for the sake of doing it. There are various objectives to be achieved. So quality goes a long way, right? Spoke about the situation where when a speaker doesn't work as to what kind of embarrassment you go to face, and then people just going back detachment and only interpreting all the other good things they even have offered to them, which is true. So obviously you want quality, and only the experts can give you the quality that you desire. So it's very important that for the company to be able to get the results that you engage and event company. So there is marketing, the Event Management Professionals Association has to do in terms of creating a perception around the potential market in Sri Lanka. Okay. So I believe that work with you and with personalities like my good friend Marcia, you are certainly able to do that. And with excellency, with Prasan, with Nissan, with Sally himself, and all the other people around. So you need to obviously use your individual power, create team power, and use that power in order to create the right perception. And with that, you will be able to certainly penetrate into a larger percentage of the potential market. Talking about the importance of this industry, by helping the organizations or the organizations to be able to achieve their goals, maybe business goals or social goals, whatever, through event management companies, I see an opportunity for the country to be able to generate revenue. And somebody says, there are so many events happening at a regional level, global level. And we believe with the capabilities that we have, the natural talent we have, the skills we have, we will be able to compete effectively and successfully against the competition at a regional level and global. What I have observed during my tourism time is global event companies are extremely expensive. I did tourism at the whole time when the recent attack took place. Today everyone is talking about churches being attacked. Not a single individual is talking about the fact that people tourists died.
And then they started 4 5 hotels and they got 3. And the fourth one, didn't trigger due to Allah. And 347 tourists around the world suffered injuries. Most of the days attack on tourism. So I work 18 hours a day, 20 hours a day, some days 24 hours. So looking around the world, trying to recreate the Sri Lankan national tourism brand. And I had the opportunity of talking to CNN 2 days after. The reason for hiding the military leaders and when I spoke to international media, given the fact that terrorism was attacked, I had the authority to speak to international media and I took on CNN in Dubai. And that you see that I spoke like a lion, I thought, I had so much respect and accolades, coming for that video. So I need to use all great companies, from various parts of the world because the government document procedure does not permit the local company to go forward as go conduct events in the Israeli world. Right? So these are things you need to know. Sorry was telling me when you got the endorsement by the company, the government, and you now come under the ministry. It's good to use that how to be able to compete events that are conducted by state and companies and both public and private that are built outside of Sri Lanka. We want to work with and constantly save enormous amount of money if we can be successful in that. So something that we need to work on. If it works out, give me a commission, because it's my idea. Anyway, as you can figure out, I have a major weakness. When I start talking, I don't know where to stop. Talking is my passion anyway. But let me end by saying, do not limit your knowledge to the knowledge will be gaining out of this program only. This program will tell you how to have knowledge to be able to be competitive in what you do. Right? If your knowledge is equal to the knowledge the others have, when you in a seriously competitive market environment, you have no competitive edge. Right? So you have to have knowledge others do not have. Right? Keep that as your aspiration. Keep giving knowledge day in, day out. Right? One reason I expect this kind of education is when I have this kind of engagement, I get the opportunity to learning as well. Right? So that's extremely important. And go beyond your core. Right? Go beyond your core knowledge. And then through the syllabus, Saria sent me a nice document which everything I needed to know. And it has 9 different subjects. And I thought it's very defined and any student can get all what he or she needs to be able to enter the industry and then start playing the game effectively. So at the same time, there are other subtle things that you go to learn. But I was happy when somebody said that there will be coach and mentor and there will be kind of internship opportunities. But that's the way to learn. Because there are a lot of things you can't learn out of books in this job. Right? There are a lot of things that you got to observe, right? And embrace and make them yours. Right? Those things, the classroom, will find it difficult to tell you, teach you, to inculcate in you. Right? So that is, so go beyond your core. And my last thing, and understanding what the clients are actually looking for in terms of their goals and objectives and aspirations. Right? Your job should not be to give them what they want. But if you get to a position where you as the industry will have the knowledge, the competency,
the capability to go propose what you think is right for the particular company. If you can get to that, then you will be expanding the industry much faster. These are the type developments and ultimate goal, but even otherwise, you need to know what each industry is facing in terms of their competition. Because what you're trying to do is, as the fraternity, you're helping them in their strategy execution. You're not doing just execution. You're helping an organization with strategy execution. So in your dialogues, the marketing heads, brand communication heads, or CEOs, depending on how the company is, if you are able to share your thoughts, which they are very proud of, in terms of a creative idea, will be loved and respected, and that will obviously give you the opportunity for you to be able to be a permanent teacher in the given calendar. Right? So that is it. And once again, congratulations to all the students. And you are the focus, and this event is held for you. You made the right choice. I can tell you that. And this is a shortcut to achieving economic independence, commercial viability. There are traditional jobs, which do not give you good enough money, but you invest in market, there is one. You decide how much you're going to earn. Whereas in another job, the organization will decide how much you're going to earn. Right? So that is the difference. So, and then another thing is, this is a job where you can enjoy your life as well. This can be your life altogether. There is no need for you to draw a line between your personal life and your professional life. Because other people have to spend money to do what you value. Right? You have education for yourself. You're part of that, so to speak, the right. So, congratulations once again, and thank you, Saegis and Pearsons and industry professional event management professionals association who come together to promote this great qualification, not just to help these students, but to help all the other potential students in Sri Lanka and DME to help our economy to create a better tomorrow for 21.7 million people of our motherland. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gomez. The inspiring words that are taking time to be with us today. We are equally privileged to have with us our guest of honor, Mr. Surya DBA, Regional Manager, South Asia Enterprise, Learning and Skills, Children. Industry partners, we continue to promote internationally recognized qualifications and future-ready learning opportunities to respond to the changing needs of students and the global workplace. We are delighted to have him with us this evening to share his thoughts and insights. We now welcome Mr. Diploma to address the gathering. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Good evening. A very warm welcome to you on behalf of USM. Our chief guest this evening, Dr. Vice Chancellor of Saegis Campus, Major General Melinda Davis, Mr. Sunny Devasekara, President of Event Management Association, in the United States. And of course, Mr. Mark is actually, we go a long way, being very basically Bharti area from school, restaurant, social media, Misal, again, we go a long way, doing a lot of events. When I was at Saegis, I mastered was in brand management many years ago. Then, on behalf of PSL, first of all, congratulate Saegis Campus, Event Management Association, and most importantly, the aspiring young professionals who want to make a career in the event management industry. Congratulations, because you're probably one of the few potentially going to be studying one of the most recognized qualifications in the world. And it's not just about studying, it's about studying with experience in consultation and in the support of the industry. To the benefit of you, let me talk to you a little bit about Pearson. I think you'll be interested in knowing who Pearson is, what are we doing, what are our role in the global map as far as education and learning is concerned. Pearson is a world-leading education company. We are listed in the UK and the US Stock Exchange. We are a UK company. The UK's largest examination board as an awarding organization for qualifications. In that matter, we have qualifications such as Excel. You would have heard of international GCSEs, international A-levels, or if you want publicly, to call London O-levels and London A-levels. So that's Excel, where we offer our qualifications together with the international schools, some of the private schools, and of course the British Council. So BTEC is a work-based qualification, originally known as the Business and Technology Education Council. Pearson itself is over 175 years old. We have presence in content development, assessments, digital learning platforms, digital assessment, and of course, as we do, certification as well. Brands such as Credly, that's widely used globally. For example, my CIA membership is now a Credly digital bag. Similarly, we have Monday, language learning tools. So what I'm saying is professional students, I think you might call you student because they're not aspiring professionals, and I'm sure all of you are engaged in event management even as we speak. You need to know what you're studying and who is awarding. Just as much as you wanted to study with Saegis campus, under the leading brand name in the higher education space in Sri Lanka, offering state-of-the-art facility and teaching resources. Your qualification, who awards it, says what? Our qualifications generally make sure that they are timely as well as industry, because every 4 to 5 years we revise our specifications. And every time we do that in consultation with universities, professional bodies, and most importantly, industry. That is to ensure that what you learn and you become eventually relevant to take on the challenges in your respective industries. At PSN, we are extremely excited with the program that Saegis Campus is going to launch the qualification in event management, a BTEC level 3 international event management, the qualification that's going to make you absolutely industry relevant and be able to shape and reshape your profession and your industry. At PSN, especially with BTEC, we believe in work-based learning. I keep on hearing, and it's increasingly so, and I'm sure the professionals here many of whom are entrepreneurs, we confirm that industry is not looking for those who can perform. When I say perform, it's not just the word that we always say performance, performance, but those who are innovative in their work, those who are resilient, those who are committed, and are able to add value to what they are doing and to their industry, to their culture. It's not just about having a film qualification as several military mentioned. It's about being able to deliver. And military qualifications, especially this particular qualification, which has 9 units, they're very outcome driven. And I was told by Dr. Kishan that it's about teaching in the classroom and as getting industry exposure almost on equal platform. So which means you're going to be involved in fun learning, I would say. If you are passionate about what you're going to do, what you're going to be learning, and your industry, you're in for a good ride as far as your learning is concerned. At PSN, we always say that you learn way more than what you learn in the classroom outside of it. Dr. Diploma has confirmed it a little while ago. You could have asked for anyone better to say that. You learn way more than that. I always say in graduations as well as student orientation programs, if you learn a lot, you learn a lot in your classroom, you learn way more than that outside. But how much you learn, it varies a lot. How much you are willing to learn. You cannot be taught. You got to be passionate about it. Event management is exciting. A good crisis when it comes to recovery is that. I'm the brand manager. Nissan knows me very well in that. Just as much as people are going to, critique your great events, sometimes you become that person, I would say. You're always the unsung hero behind the successful event. So it's something for you to raise yourself about, to be prepared to get both positive feedback and, of course, take criticism constructively. On behalf of PSN, the leadership, and all my colleagues, I want to congratulate you once again and thank Saegis campus for taking that important step, and most importantly, the Event Management Association of Sri Lanka, because we get extremely excited with delivering qualifications together with industry. We work with governments in the Maldives, Jordan, Ireland, and many other countries. And also it was instrumentally bringing in vocational education to BTEC way back in 2012. And today, each year, around 2,000 students in schools study vocational qualifications in the Maldives. And recently when I went, I was told by the Deputy Minister that they have so many successful stories, including those who specialize in hospitality naturally, and then, of course, sports, exercise, we have those qualifications. So, looking with us, we look forward to you sharing your success story and tell us that how well you progress and how you contributed to your career ambitions by pursuing this program. Thank you very much, and I wish you the very best.
Encouragement and continued support towards international education and student development. Every successful program benefits from passionate individuals who begins with vision. Mr. Bharatiya Saegis is a respected creative director, music director, entrepreneur, and began an entertainment strategist with over 17 years of industry experience. As a co-founder The director of several companies across events, music, digital media, film and technology. He has led the delivery of more than 300 large-scale projects in Sri Lanka and international. His expertise spans creative direction, event production, brand activations, entertainment strategy, and music development. While his career also includes major national events, international collaborations, and significant contributions to Sri Lanka's creative industry. It's now my pleasure to invite the program administrator, investigator, Mr. Bharati Zakoni, to share his words with us.
All right, very good evening to ladies and gentlemen. And the stage that I got on the program is a very difficult thing because you know why? First speaker comes on stage, he says part of the thing you said, try to say. And then after about 5 speakers on stage, I'm taking from over there, okay, now what do I say? Because they've all spoken very well about this program. So I'm going to speak about program. And I'm going to speak about the way you should be doing this program. Yeah, because after my speech is going to be a very detailed, kind of discussion about the program, the clinical stages, and I'm going to share my story. So I come from a very conventional background. My father worked in the army, and my mother was at home. And what they told me was, go to school, go to college, then after that, there is a big identity. You know, what a story check. I know she's not working out for me because my pastor is not exactly in this. So, I give a DSC honor in business. I'm okay. My 2 major subjects were corporate finance and marketing. And I did already my, in that field, and then I used a music company called almost a year. That year was a year, and I was with team. Right? And then the next step that I'm going to pick the same, if they are seeing the case of my mother was very complex. My mother was like going at that saying that these are the it was a very first reaction right now. And my uncle came to my house and said, but it's all that when I quit my job and I got into this, and I started to sing. And then very proper, very management. There was few individuals like Roshan, like Imran, like Jerry Zayaniga, who has started. There was 3 companies. It was not really right. 3 companies. There are also people from the corporate sector who have said, never even a corporate job. So yes, it's a market was a very market. They will go over the market because there is sample. They were happy because they were getting the market business. Exactly, we take this thing. When we started this thing, we realized good product. They were the corporate tickets. So it was clearly people who did trading who were investigating fitness. And the so-called event companies in that study with a big class. It is not in value industry. It is not in their corporate industries and and the higher level of stuff daily, the general investor outside was okay. The value of another pay, everybody, some of these stages. I had personal experience. I was performing in 2001, I was performing at a concert in Margaret. Then I jumped up at something. I was 6 foot. Under the stage. This is the stage. They were coming in and on this day. I don't know that. No safety standards, there is nothing. And at that time, he was playing these competitiveness that he got from Russia and he got from, the others at that time. And we realized there is some sort of plan and a method to this atmosphere. And then we wanted to do a show like Diploma. If we wanted to do Diploma, so we wanted to do the biggest show in the country. What did we do? Myself and Zombie, because we started getting the stage. We got everything done. And we later met some of these events at the company. And the cost that we got, I give you what at that time for $1 million. That's the cost. And this is what that time. Because all the GCs or Sonata or whatever, which was going at that time in the market, they thought that all it would become 675,000. Including getting some of them artists present. So we were trying to sell this product and we were just a cool, numbers were just out of the market. We were able to come into this and we realized $1 million is the cost. So then we needed to make some money and we were with ourselves. What we will do? We got some stealing process. Then we got some young guys from universities. We were taking Manchester or telling you this part of the story. The practice of how we started in a management company. Practice, this is very careful because there is from the university, there is a idea. Who did management, who did sales, who did marketing, who did HR. People who are empowered to think, right? Not as HR managers, not as marketing experts. They are brilliantly open up and educated. This is the thing. They may see a problem, they see it in the one of those guys is secret that if you hold company now, is 60, 30 something. Next is all of these guys together. And we didn't. Then I think they got other. I don't know what was said that now. This is what's a very classic. 135. Then one of the guys was saying that 135. He got it. I don't know what I thought of. They're good. So we collected at 375. We realized we had to break even the intense growth. And we ended up doing over 150. This is where our year started. Now, when we came to this junction, what we realized was most of the guys coming to this industry were guys that are in the advanced country. The people, these are the numbers. If not, it's a person who has to dance. You know, our chief accountant today is a dance. So we realize that this industry had a problem. If industry had a problem, then we were not attracting the right people. I will go back to what I say. You take the banking industry. In the 80s, was the banking industry in India. No, you click and wait for the friends. And from that, you have to do internal transfer to the outstation. You just get work facility and that telecommunications from no, because of this. To get a delivery, you have to wait for 6 months. And then, when we were starting this week, we realized telecommunications had become an industry. Banking had become an industry. Everything had become an industry. Simply because that's not the industry. People at that. This is a company like I said, people dialogue or movie, they don't know. So many telecommunication engineers are there. Maybe from 3,000 staff. So it's a telecommunication. What are the rest of the people? What are the rest? The rest are HR, sales, legal, marketing, procurement, blah, 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 blah. So the 3,000 employees, 2,500 different methods. Then the people who have done the course of it, getting together and working this out. They know what it will do. This is made a company, it's the plan. People have a brand or a marketing manager or a brand. Leave losing the product. So this is what it is. In a few years, we give it. So we've got young people coming from this person and only people are going to this person. People are only to quit their job. As you know, corporate managers coming to create it. You got people there. But nobody like people who could think. Really not know the core of this business. If you take all of these entrepreneurs in, what's the matter with biggest company, you're all like that. Each one are very empowered to think through our education. And he came to this country of Canada for the developed for America. It's not pretty. But fortunately, because we had that level of education and what was the degree over that, we could just successfully build. And when actually when Roshan and Jerry and they had the fantastic percent of learning, you could just go to anything you want. What is the opportunity? If people started coming in, and then this industry comes to a place where industry is platform. Now it's a lot of competition. And speaks in this one. Because hundreds of people coming. Now, we need to think outwards of this country. Right? If you take, for example, none of the big corporates in this country have really got going. They always say, for example, every big corporate will come like this. So, people see, and then everybody is going to a corporate or a bank or this everybody back to their house, including the market. Everybody is in house. Nobody is thinking of going. That is just how Facebook is going, how Google is going, how Twitter is going. Right? Everybody comes to this thing and goes, yes. Yes. Somebody else there. It's a $1.3 trillion economy that is happening all over the world. This is the time that our industry has to now start thinking vertically going over the side. Right? Not thinking horizontally. Because we all thought horizontal and we all made go there. Everybody doing everything. There is one of the very leading, the market will lead by the crash. There is one of the road operator, there are hundreds of road operating. Nobody is laying one. So as companies, we realize that, okay, you all must have done other degrees, other diplomas. Good. With that, when you combine education in this field, right, you guys will become like illegal machine that we never have. Okay, today my identity figure करके नहीं तो ऐसी करके नहीं तो क्या पता डाल का और किसे काम होगा या किसे काम होगा तो क्यों करें हम लोग ऐसे रोज से the gateway of the world. You see, it's a serious something, it's something, a lot of things happen. This is the right time for you to do this kind of thing. Because this is not a standalone. If you think you can do this diploma, no. How do you do this diploma? Do you think that you need qualification? Like that, you will do marketing, do other aspects of things. Because I always said like boys and girls at office. In the studio, you want to go and do a master's in studio engineering. I'm planning to go to US to go Hollywood movies. This is the other history. This is the series whatever it is. This is go and study CIA, go softly, whatever. Explain it away. This is the thing. So every law can become a product. Even how to structure the exam. So it exposes the new strategies. All of these things relatively to what's happening around you. It is really advanced. Just to tell you, I'm not saying this just because I'm a black and to you. I saw that. That is, I mean, some of my difficulties to say this. My daughter, she has something that I do. And I asked her, what do you want to do? You can feel it's time. Sports or whatever. You see, it was like that. You want to go. Then I started looking for degree program in Australia. It's a university, but I think National of Business, BSc honors in business. Major subjects like finance, actually, all other things like that. Today, most of the Australian universities, one of them is ASI universities. I think because that proof itself that this industry is going to be moving from next year. So what you want to show today is that you enter into that world and all the companies in our international association and all the companies who are here and who are not here of the association are looking forward to see you guys graduate because I'm sure you will all be trying to grab you to jobs. Because they have speak that of getting people who are not educated. Because the more non-educated people we get, how efficient they are, intimidated. Walking, definitely. I would say, I'm specific to an educated guy and getting educated by them. You should be educated. I would honestly say, if you want to get a good educated guy, intelligent guy, to business and get the cheapest solution. Because it's a hazard. Because most of these company owners are now past kind of, when you call a company a startup, you lost a lot. You lost a lot. But we are past that, and all of us are starting in the range of, that at the moment. So all of us are still kind of doing that. So you guys have a lot of opportunity out there. I just do one of the best. And I hope you guys will study whatever is taught in the course. Look beyond that. Look beyond. That's going to apply more practical platform. So all of you guys, nice to see you guys. We have been coming for a few sessions to share my knowledge with you. I told them we're going to have very specific subjects. Just like what some students like that talk. There is things to explore. This is not the academic is not my forte, but I can seriously comment now your academics. So I look forward to seeing you guys during the course. Thank you so much. Thank you, Salia, for initiating this together with the Saegis campus. Thank you, teachers, for being here. Your speech was inspirational. And I want to, I picked on two of the entertainment goals with you. I sat on the board of Oscar issue, and also right now on the board of Minister with you as well. So this is our passion. So it's fantastic to handle and entire team. Estonia, pleasure to see you from all days of school and now spearheading such a brilliant program to the kids and the next generation. And to all my fellow members at EMA, I think you did it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bhavya Chaudhary, for your motivating and thoughtful message. To provide our students with an overview of the program, we are about meeting and now invite Ms. Gathani Alamampirula, Director of the Career Guidance Unit and Senior Lecturer at Saegis Campus, to give a brief introduction to the Diploma program we are about to start. Please welcome Ms. Alamampirula on stage.
Good evening. Our distinguished guests, respected faculty members, leadership organizers, and my dear friends. I just thought the speech that we did. This is being more than I think. For everyone, it's more than 4 years, 5 years, and for us, we started in February, and the first deadline and all. We can enjoy the today we are on track to give you some ceremony. I think we and our students we are going for another training. You can as correctly mentioned everyone. This project is a landmark project. The reason is we are going to law and so this project starts with operational. I must say that when it comes to the Inauguration program, legal specialist program, it starts with operational. There are so many steps in it. So for that also we have a really good vision. With that sound destination we are moving forward. Every day we are growing for us. In the case, this is like from Vice Chancellor, outside, then again from PMA, Mr. to our President, everyone representing ex-commanders as well as human assembly. So, before you today I'm standing and taking this privilege to talk about academic program delivery. And as the studio delivery, I need to mention you also that within the short notice, because we started February, and when it comes to the 8th week, we receive the approval. Before like 5 days, we receive the approval and then for the signing. So this is how it started. The speed is really strong. The reason is all day we as academia, we as campuses, we started with our own program. But these approaches totally to master industry. So industry, the basically with that we have taken the affiliation, which is the European UK and academia to maintain the standards of even management. I think now we are going to upgrade the bar to the next level. We start locally with the operational level with this program. In the we have to step forward, how to go for the international market. And you correctly mentioned, this is actually local. We need to think about the international market. We need to become a hub and Sri Lankans because we have more actually in front of the world. So take the path into the next level students. So you will become the first batch and we are really happy to welcome you. First of all, I can congratulate everyone who started with us for this program. Let's see how the program overview was again. We also discussed the utility requirements and the program delivery, how the practical will be arranged, and the industrial requirements are because the internships will be provided. So everything is structured for the moment. We will talk more and more when it comes to the learn of today, the orientation program, we have the even management, where qualification means industry experience. I mentioned that. That is why we are not here together. Our qualification name is the International Level 3 Specialist Diploma in International Event Management and Marketing Studies. So this story is really important because they are well awarded vocational qualification, academic qualifications with degrees, masters. Now they are taking another era with the Saegis concept. It's about vocational qualification. So this is the starting point, and with that, journey begins. But we had so many discussions with industry leaders, and what they get to know from the industry, we need people who are precise, who are creative, who can solve the problems in a different way. Because this industry is really, really different. Today we will do it right, but tomorrow that will be obsolete. We need to come up with a new concept. So we all need to think about how to make it happen. Next week, with this approach, we can go further and further. Always, I emphasize this, again, Dr. Krishna, I can remember with my Honor's teacher, three things are there. As students, please remember these three things. We start the thing. Again, we need to remain in that form. Then again, we have to make it more consistency. You need creativity, you need consistency, you need commitment. Otherwise, it's very hard. Obviously, some students are from industry, some students are levels, all levels who are joining us today. Yes, again, you need to master these three C's. Beyond this, you can remain in the industry. You might be a very hard situation in the future, but your consistency, commitment is very important. Without that, we can't make our life. You need to level up all of it. So how to level up? You need to have a team. You need to have a consistency and commitment. Otherwise, you will become a dream again. So, this is the academic milestones I need to emphasize. 2 to 3 areas. We have 3 semesters aligned. Today is the inauguration, July 7th of 2026. And then we have had the awarding ceremony in 2027. It's a 1 year program. So with that, we will be proceeding for the third semester. Teaching starts from July 11th. Again, completion marks at October 17th, 2026. Assessment period was mentioned. In fact, read it again. We have already said the teaching period, there is the journal submission period, along with that, the practical. So we discussed with the EMA members to have special arrangement for our students to go for the practicals. You will be learning 4 modules in the very first semester. You can go for the practicals. But after this, you will complete your work and go for the practicals. Then again, I will meet for the method. So that's why we will go ahead for 3 semesters and complete the practicals. So this is how the journey. I think you all have received the academic document. It is in your hand. You can cross check. Other than that, these are the modules we are going to focus for the first semester. We will really modify one when it comes to orientation theory. And here I mentioned about the module needs because this is academic and procurement regulations. So we will take the needs from our side as well as we have the industry professionals doing the needs target with different areas. And if you have any concern, student might have a concern with timetables, coordination, or anything, otherwise, will be accepted. We have Mr. Arishtan there. So he will be us today. You all can meet him. He will come to the next session. He can share all the challenges or if you have appreciation. Anything you need to communicate to us, you can meet him and go ahead with it. And afterwards, I need to highlight our next panel. Actually, I think Mr. Saegis, you might agree with me. I heard that though we have organized next panel in this way, I need more professionals from the industry. We are receiving a lot of requests nowadays. us. Other than that, tourism is just be some more professionals to come in. So, with that, I'm going to the completion remarks. I'm not taking much time today because we have one learn to that as well. To achieve great things, two things are needed: a plan and not quite enough time. So, I think students, if you are ready, this industry is dynamic, so take your steps properly, remember nicely, then you can go for training. As well as Dr. P.C. Gomez mentioned, this industry is with a lot of money, so think about your ways to learn.
In a city alive with movement, ambition, and possibility, futures are already in motion. At Saegis campus, they begin to take
The exciting opportunity that awaits our students. As we approach the conclusion of today's formal proceedings, I would like to invite Mr. Arshit Alvira, Program Lead, to deliver the word of thanks. Please welcome all stage. It's my great pleasure and privilege to deliver word of thanks to the memorable occasion, Inauguration Ceremony of Diploma in International Unit Management and Marketing Studies, offered by Saegis campus, the collaboration of PSN UK, with valuable industry partnership and support of the Unit Management Association. First and foremost, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our distinguished guest, Dr. Kishore Gomez, for accepting our invitation and sharing your valuable time and experience, inspirational for result. Your presence has truly led this place and significance to the special location. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to the managers of learning and skills PSN UK with the continuous guidance and support for studying international education, opportunities to the PSN qualification. We truly believe this partnership is developing future-ready professionals who will the event management industry. And also, a special thanks for both to the Event Management Association, especially the Saegis Administrator, President of EMA, and all the distinguished representatives, industry experts from EMA who joined with us today. This meeting appreciate your collaboration, industry experience, insights, and continuous commitment that towards bridging the academic learning with real work in industry. We would also extend our special appreciation to EMA team for providing the technical support, experience, and professional coordination. Thank you support and more color and energy for this inauguration ceremony that making this event more remarkable experience. And our sincere appreciation goes for Vice President of EMA, Sabadia Chayapodi, the program ambassador, for joining hands with Saegis campus, inspiring the next generation for creative event professionals to this experience, passion of the industry. And we are grateful for the management of Saegis campus, academic staff, organization, and administrative teams, and the students who contribute their time and effort who are successfully launching this international recognized diploma program. And finally, for our new student, new batch, congratulations for being in the exciting ceremony. We believe this program will open new paths for you and enhance your creativity, regular to become future leaders and dynamic field of unit management and marketing. Once again, thank you for all distinguished guests, partners, and colleagues and participants for making inauguration ceremony successful and more
Thank you, Mr. Lecture. With that, we come to the end of the formal proceedings of this evening's inauguration ceremony. Once again, we extend our sincere gratitude to everyone who joined us today and contributed to making this occasion truly memorable. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request everyone to kindly rise to the national anthem.
And invested in this for 3 years. Diploma of Saegis for the official career.
In a city alive with movement, ambition, and possibility, futures are already in motion. At Saegis campus, they begin to take shape. Guided by purpose, driven by ambition, and inspired by possibility. This is where uncertainty finds direction, where guidance becomes confidence, and where every journey begins with purpose. Recognized and approved by the Ministry of Higher Education and shaped through international pathways with Pearson BTech UK and Canterbury Christ Church University UK. Saegis opens the way to a future built on trust, credibility, and academic excellence. What begins here is leadership in the making. What begins here is innovation taking form. What begins here is curiosity moving toward discovery. What begins here is passion turning into meaningful experiences. What begins here is vision brought to life through creativity and precision. Beyond the classroom, the journey grows richer through connection, shared experiences, lasting friendships, and a true sense of belonging. From study abroad opportunities to internationally recognized academic pathways, from foundation programs and diplomas to bachelor's, master's, and postgraduate qualifications, Saegis opens the way to a future that keeps moving forward. Because when the moment comes to step forward, to rise and to begin, Saegis stands proudly beside every future ready to take flight. Saegis, where futures begin.
Hello, sir. Hope you're having a good evening.
Absolutely, thank you.
So, I want to ask you, how does this Pearson Saegis Event Management Association partnership set the new global benchmark for event education in Sri Lanka?
Yes, so Pearson is a world-leading education company and is the UK's largest examination board. And we have academic and vocational qualifications, and we work very closely with industry. If you look at the qualification that we're talking about in particular, that's the Pearson BTech Diploma, International Event Management and Marketing Studies. These qualifications have been developed in consultation with industry. Our programs are updated every 4 to 5 years so that they are absolutely up to date, and they prepare the young professionals, aspiring as well as existing professionals, to take up challenges and to progress well in their careers. Contextualizing to the question you asked, what I would like to say is that event management per se, be an industry in Sri Lanka that didn't have formal structured education and need absolutely a hands-on, on-the-job learning. The introduction of the Pearson BTech qualification, level 3 qualification in event management, together with Saegis campus, our trusted international BTech center, in Sri Lanka, to offer this program, will add value to the industry and will give the opportunity for these aspiring and existing professionals to learn structured program that will bring in the concepts in various disciplines that they need to understand. And I'm sure in the ambition of the industry, as the Event Management Association mentioned, to develop this sector into a much larger industry, locally as well as on the international stage. I think it has the right combination.
Thank you so much for that. Hi, how are you this evening?
Very good, very good.
Right. So I just want to ask you a small thing. What is the one missing link in the industry that celebration finally addresses today?
Gap between knowledge and real industry practice. I call it integration.
Hi Martha, good evening. How are you today?
I'm not.
Right. So from your experience on the world stage, how much does a qualifying behind the scene team would change the game?
Well, it's like this. When you talk about when it comes to showbiz and when it comes to events, most of the time, first thing that you need is you need to want to do it. You need to want to be in the event footage. But most of all, when you don't have the education, what happens is every task comes a long process, a very tedious process, stressful process. But with education, you can make it more kind of efficient. You can bring new things onto the table, and you can cut your working time in half.
Save times there.
Yeah, and you can do a lot of things more efficiently, and that is what we are searching for in the new kind of people that we want to get to the event industry. So education is a must in the future.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi all, I'm Shalini from Saegis campus. We are excited to share a new big announcement with you all. Today we open another new academic pathway for event management industry for the first time in Sri Lanka.
In a city alive with movement, ambition and possibility, futures are already in motion. At Saegis campus, they begin to take shape. Guided by purpose, driven by ambition, and inspired by possibility. This is where uncertainty finds direction, where guidance becomes confidence, and where every journey begins with purpose. Recognized and approved by the Ministry of Higher Education and shaped through international pathways with Pearson BTech UK and Canterbury Christ Church University UK. Saegis opens the way to a future built on trust, credibility and academic excellence. What begins here is leadership in the making. What begins here is innovation taking form. What begins here is curiosity moving toward discovery. What begins here is passion turning into meaningful experiences. What begins here is vision brought to life through creativity and precision. Beyond the classroom, the journey grows richer through connection, shared experiences, lasting friendships, and a true sense of belonging. From study abroad opportunities to internationally